Hey guys, Eli here, back for another episode of Tales from the Bargain Bin. I have quite a few bargain bin pickups this this video that I picked up last month. Month of March. I've got three formats: Blu-ray, DVD. I even have one VHS tape, which I buy them from time to time. I've collected them practically my whole life. I don't think I'll ever truly stop. But yeah, it was. I don't know why I ended up with so many movies this month. Honestly, just a coincidence, I think. Just found a lot of stuff that piqued my interest. So let's get into it. Start with the Blu-rays first. That might interest you the most. We'll go to the most boring format. Yeah, random stack. Again, there is no rhyme or reason to any of these. It's just stuff I found out in the wild that interested me. So we're going to start with Dan Curtis's Dracula, starring Jack Palance. I didn't know Jack Palance ever played Dracula. This was a made-for-TV film, I believe. I've heard it's good. This came out on NPI Home Video. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to see Jack Palance play Dracula. I'm a big fan of the character of Dracula, and I like Jack Palance, so I guess it's a win-win for me. Next, we've got Django, starring Franco Nero. I love spaghetti westerns. I love the Django stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of you know I'm not a huge Western guy. Never really have been. I do like some though, and I do like the spaghetti. I like the Italian Western stuff. I'll full on admit I had not heard of Django until the Tarantino movie came out, the Django Unchained. So obviously, I kind of have been going backwards from there and checking out some of the Django movies. They're really good. For me, Western movies, the whole genre, you can kind of divide down the middle. I don't want to say the good and the bad, but there's like the more brutal, violent, just over the top stuff, which is, probably more accurately depicts the way shit was back then. And then you have on the other side, you have like the stuff that your grandpa watches on Sunday afternoons and falls asleep to. So, that kind of stuff I hate. This is the kind of stuff that I like. I actually have a couple of Sam Raimi films that I don't think I've ever owned. At least this one, Quick the Dead. I have seen this. I think I probably saw it right around the time that it came out. Again, it's a Western, more of a what would you call this? More along the lines of like maybe Tombstone, something like that, but with Sam Raimi's kind of goofy spin on it. Not super goofy, but a little bit goofy. Always liked it. I've always wanted to rewatch it. I think I've only ever seen it once, and I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan, so not only did I need to rewatch that, but I needed to own it. I needed to have it in my collection. This next one I do already have in my collection. I think just standard DVD, so I'm pretty sure I bought this as an upgrade. Drag Me to Hell on Blu-ray. It was super cheap, a couple bucks. I really like this movie. I don't know if I've ever seen the unrated version. I'd have to check my DVD copy. It might have it. I can't remember. But either way, it was a couple bucks. Needed to upgrade it. I do like this movie. This is kind of Sam Raimi's last horror film. I guess you could say Send Help was horror, but it's really more of a thriller. Thrillers and horror often overlap, right? I found Send Help to be more of a thriller, but yeah, I almost feel like if Sam Raimi's name wasn't attached, people would probably call it horror a little bit less. But anyways, let's not split hairs. I do think Drag Me to Hell was Sam Raimi's last pure horror film. You can disagree with that. That'd be fine. And then my last Blu-ray pickup, fucking Kickboxer, man. I love the 80s and 90s Van Damme stuff. Well, mostly 90s, actually. But yeah, I love the old Van Damme stuff. I love. Yeah, and with Kickboxer being my top, if I had to pick a few favorites, that would be one of them. And I'd probably go for Lionheart. God, so many good ones, though. Probably Lionheart. I really like The Quest. But I'd have to go for Bloodsport. Those would probably be my three favorites. Just off the top of my head, Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Lionheart. Yeah, probably top three Van Dammes, I think. All right, if you're still with me. Moving on to DVD now. This is a pretty big stack. It's got to be close to somewhere in between 10 and 15. I'm not going to sit here all day, though, so don't worry. It's not going to be super long. Now, here's a movie I don't think I'd ever heard of. If I've heard of it, it was in passing. We got Bubble from Magnolia Home Entertainment. Another Steven Soderbergh experience. I don't know if I'd say I'm a massive Steven Soderbergh fan, but I do like some of his stuff. I am intrigued. I think he's a good director. Anyone seen Bubble? I literally don't know too much about it, but it looks weird and creepy and hopefully good. Either way, it's a couple bucks, so I'm sure I can get that much of enjoyment out of it. And we've got American Ninja, Michael Dudikoff, one of my childhood favorites. I believe this is a Canon film, if I remember correctly. Although I might just be thinking of the Ninja films that were. This is MGM, I think. Yeah, I think I'm getting my ninjas mixed up. Either way, I really liked this growing up. I liked the Michael Dudikoff stuff. Yeah, for any of you that didn't grow up in the '90s, yeah, you probably don't even know who Michael Dudikoff is. So for you younger action movie fans, you can look into him. He's got a couple cool, he's got a couple cool martial arts movies under his belt, I would say. Then from Albert Pune, I actually reviewed one of his movies recently. One of his lesser known films. This is one of his more liked, more loved kind of cult classic films. We're talking about Nemesis. This became a series. There's like 4 or 5 at least. I don't think Albert directed them all, but he directed at least the first few. So this is, as you can tell, or as you might be able to guess, just total cyberpunk, sci-fi. It's really cool. This is like I said, I think this is one of Albert's better movies, maybe even one of his best. Albert did really well, as anyone would, when he had a little bit of a budget behind him, a little bit of studio, a little bit of a hand from the studio, not just when he's left completely to his own devices. I don't think anyone is at their best when they're in that position, because Albert, he did fairly, I don't want to say big budget movies, but he did like studio films, a couple of them. And then, a lot of them are more, more underground. Some of them just completely self-produced. But yeah, this is a really cool one. If you're a fan of the good cyberpunk stuff and you haven't seen it, this has to be on your list. Then we've got Fido. I think this came out in 2006. There was like around that, the early to mid 2000s. There was kind of like and maybe it was just because that's when I was starting to really latch on to horror. But there was kind of, in the U.S. there was kind of this. Lower budget horror scene that was kind of happening. You were seeing this stuff come out on through labels like Magnet and IFC, early IFC and stuff like that. I thought that there was some good things happening in the U.S. in horror around that time. And Fido was one of them. I remember stumbling across movies from around this time, like Fido and Otis and just a couple of others. And this one is just always, I never owned it, but it always stood out to me. It's a zombie movie, but it's more of like a zombie horror comedy. And it's a dystopian film, because it takes place in the future where zombies, they just kind of live amongst us. It's a normal thing now. There's humans and there's zombies. And it's wild. I haven't seen it in a long time. Probably, I may not have seen it since 2006, but I really liked it back then, and I'm definitely looking forward to rewatching it. So, get any Fido fans out there? Then we've got a movie that all of you should at least know, and I damn well know it, but I've never actually seen it. We're talking about Doctor Strangelove by Stanley Kubrick. I do like Stanley Kubrick. I have not seen all of his films. I've honestly only probably really seen half of his work, maybe 3/4. And I like it all, but yeah, I'm still getting there. I haven't seen Strangelove. I haven't seen, what are some of the other classics that I've missed out on? More minor classics, like more of his early stuff. Like his big, Shining, Clockwork Orange. Of course I've seen all that stuff. But anyways, I'm a fan of dystopian movies, apocalyptic stuff. So how I've never seen Strangelove, I'm not really sure. But, I'll finally get to watch it. I'm sure I'll review it, or at least try. It might be a little bit too smart for me, but we'll see. All right, how about this one? Fear of Clowns. I did not pay $12.99 for it because, Hollywood Video doesn't exist anymore. But I think I probably paid $2 for it, which, from what I've read online, that's probably all one should pay for Fear of Clowns. But for a couple of bucks, I was intrigued. When did this even come out? I'm guessing early 2004. When I was praising Fido, I wasn't saying everything out of the U.S. in, the early to mid 2000s was good in horror. It certainly wasn't. Then I've got the Sword and Sorcery collection from Roger Corman with Deathstalker 1 and 2, which is why I bought it. I don't think I'd actually ever seen Barbarian Queen or The Warrior and the Sorceress, so I got 4 movies to watch, 2 in which I've never seen before. These Corman Shout Factory things are pretty cool. I'm usually not a huge fan of like the the DVD multi-packs. Usually they're just shitty, but these are done with actually some care. They got the movie posters in there. You got 2 discs. They're put together better than you might expect. From if you've never bought any of these from Shout Factory, they're worth getting. So, yeah, I mean, had to have it. Then we've got a movie called Black Sisters Revenge. I like blaxploitation stuff. How I like my female characters getting revenge and stuff like that. But I've never heard of this movie or seen it. Directed by I don't know how to pronounce that. Jama Fanaka. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But yeah, I've never heard of Xenon Pictures. This DVD was made in 2004. I don't know if that's when the movie came out, because it is set in the 70s. I think this is a 70s film, but I don't know because I didn't research it. This was a blind buy. It just looked like something I would enjoy, and I think that I will probably be right. Anyone seen Black Sisters Revenge? Let me know. Have you ever bought anything from Xenon Pictures? Because I don't even think I've even heard of that company. Probably not in existence anymore. Santa Monica, California. Yeah, probably one of those fly-by-night DVD companies, but probably looks like shit too. But we'll see. Then I've got The Devil's Plaything from Retro Shockorama Cinema, a company that I much enjoy. I don't know if they're still around, to be honest, Retro Shockorama, but back in the early 2000s, they were killing it. Always putting out cool horror stuff from all over the world. Now this release was interesting. I love when you find cool stuff like this inside your old DVDs. And there's like a stack of them, man. If anyone wants one of these, let me. So it's a free bonus DVD offer. Let's see, a company called Alternative Cinema. To get your free bonus DVD, follow these 5 simple steps. What is a bonus DVD? I don't know, but cool. And there's like fucking 4 of them here. So I don't know where this guy got all these, or girl. But I should send them in, shouldn't I? With the $3. Oh no, it's free. Yeah, $3 for the. You gotta cover the shipping, of course. Okay. I would like to receive the unrated version of the DVD in this package. I guess my question would be, does anyone remember these? I mean, I remember stuff like this, but not like this specific DVD offer. It says Alternative Cinema, so I mean, this is Retro Shockorama. I don't know if they're the same company. So I don't know if like these came from a different DVD. Either way, it's always cool when this kind of stuff this kind of stuff comes with a used DVD. And also, I also like when you buy a used DVD and it still has all the original shit. Like, yeah, you remember back in the day when you bought a DVD and it would always have something cool inside of it. It doesn't really get done anymore unless it's more of like a special release or whatever. But yeah, this is a I did look into this a little bit. 1974 German kind of like I don't know, what would you call it? Sexual horror film, whatever, erotic horror. Then I got a couple things that my girlfriend picked up for me when she was at the thrift store. She knows I like Jack Nicholson, so she got me Something's Gotta Give, Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton. I've never seen it. Frances McDormand, Keanu Reeves, Amanda Peet, cool cast. Never seen it. I will watch it. Love some Jack Nicholson. She also got me Anger Management. Adam Sandler. Not a great movie, but I do have a soft spot for this. I liked it when it came out. I still think it's kind of funny, but it's stupid. But whatever. I could just say I'll watch it for Jack Nicholson and not Adam Sandler. Now, for those of you that have followed me, back before I was, pretty much strictly doing movie stuff, you'll know that I'm a huge heavy metal fan. So I got this Cannibal Corpse DVD set, Centuries of Torment, the first 20 years. This is awesome. Metal Blade Records put this out, of course. This is available to watch for free on YouTube, which is cool. That's the reason I've seen it like 20 times. It's such a great documentary. If you like Cannibal Corpse, you have to see this. And I don't watch every documentary put out, even or, from bands that I like and stuff. Often, I put it on the list to watch later. This is one of those ones that I just kind of, again, it's free to watch on YouTube. I checked it out one day when I was bored. It's just fantastic. I've watched it probably 10 times, and it's a 3-hour DV. It's a 3-hour documentary. But what I haven't seen is this has got 3 discs, so it's got all kinds of live performances and stuff, and I haven't seen those. It's got a bonus disc. The total running time on this thing is 7 hours and 20 minutes. So whatever you pay for this, odds are it won't be a lot, but it's very much worth your money. Here, let me kind of just. It's first of all, the packaging is fantastic. Open it up. Mine does have a broken. One of the discs is going to fall out, but I'm going to catch it, and it's scratched, but that's okay. I'll fix it up. Yeah, very very nice set. If you like Cannibal Corpse, you have to at least watch it. It's fantastic. And then another movie that I really really enjoyed in the kind of mid 2000s, Moon, Sam Rockwell. I really liked it when it came out. I think I probably only watched it once or twice. I haven't seen it since, but it's always it's been a movie that's always stuck with me. And what made me think about it again after all these years is when I watched Project Hail Mary. I was kind of getting shades of Moon. I'm not saying that it was an inspiration on that movie or that at all, or that they're even that similar. But I did. It just I did kind of get some vibes. So it made me want to go pick this up and watch it again, which I haven't done yet, but I will watch it. So this is Sam Rockwell. Largely is the only character in this movie, so he pretty much carries almost the whole thing by himself. There are some other characters. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but he carries most of this on his back, which is a hard fucking thing to do, and he does a great job, and it's a good movie. Last but not least, I've got the 2 Brendan Fraser, Stephen Sommers Mummy movies. I could have sworn I had the first one, but I went to go watch it the other day and I couldn't find it. But I got this beat-ass copy just so I could watch it again, and I did. And thanks, Otis. I have your DVD copy of The Mummy, and you did not take very good care of it, but don't worry, man. I'll take better care of it than you ever did. Listen to me just talking shit. I love the Mummy movies. The first 2, the Stephen Sommers, Brendan Fraser ones, absolutely. I've reviewed it. I just haven't uploaded it yet. This came out in 99. I like it a lot more than the 30s original Mummy film. That's just me. And then we've got The Mummy Returns from 2001. Not nearly as good, but still good. Still solid. I haven't seen the 3rd Mummy movie. I have bought it, actually, the other day. So The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor or whatever. I think this is the one with Jet Li. I remember hearing really mixed things. Mostly bad. But I don't know. I've just been getting in the mood for the Brendan Fraser, Sommer Mummy movies, and I was like, well, Stephen Sommers did not direct that one, but it still got Brendan Fraser, so I felt like I needed to see it. But anyways, we got one more thing. I almost forgot I was about to wrap this up. This is actually kind of cool, although it's not in the greatest shape. So this is one of the 70s Charles Bronson movies, Mr. Majestic. I'm a big Bronson fan, so I picked up this VHS copy. These were called, from what I've been told, because I don't really remember these. I'm sure I had seen them back in the day. I have to have, but this is called I can't remember, like book style VHS, something like that, where they open up like a book. This is a Blockbuster rental, which is cool. Blockbuster's long gone. So yeah, does anyone remember the style of VHS? I need to glue it back together because it's fallen apart on pretty much every possible way, but it is in one piece. So yeah, love Mr. Bronson. I don't actually think I've ever seen that movie. I love the Death Wish stuff, all of them, even the bad ones, and they're all bad. But anyways, that's all I got for now. A shitload of movies. It'll take me probably 2 years to watch all those, if I even ever do. Let's be honest. So, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a good fucking week. It's I won't get into logistics, but it's very stressful time. Let's be honest. Today, especially, if you're paying close attention to world events, There's some uncertainty going on this very day. So, anyone watching, just know that I'm on your side. I'm on the side of humanity. No matter what country you live in, no matter what you look like, no matter what language you speak. I love you and I'm on your side. The side of, we all need to be on the same side. That's all I'm going to say. Down with hatred. Humanity we can only go somewhere. I know I'm not, an authority on speaking on really anything, but I do believe this 100%. Humanity can only truly move forward if we all join. I know it sounds hippy dippy bullshit, but we need to get along. If you have hatred in your heart, you're I really do think you're dragging the world down, and you are part of humanity's failure. So I'm sorry, sorry to leave you guys with this, but I'm trying to say it as something positive. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I have been paying attention. Let's stick together. I don't hate you. You shouldn't hate me. Let's get along. All right, guys. Now, go out to the theater and see some movies or something. I know there's not a lot of good stuff playing right now, but go find something to do, and we'll talk soon. Cheers, guys. See you at the multiplex. Subscribe right now, please.